today is Chadwick White, the Chief Visionary Officer for Nepra Foods Incorporated. Chadwick, good to be speaking to you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Great to be speaking to you as well.
Yeah, well, it's nice to meet you for the first time. I wonder if you can perhaps just start us off by introducing the company, Nepra Foods, and giving us perhaps the high-level overview or the elevator pitch, if you like.
Yeah, certainly. Although that elevator pitch is a bit difficult for me. I tend to wander on about the details. I tend to get in the weeds quite often. There's two aspects of Nepra. There's present day Nepra, and then there's the bigger vision.
Yeah.
The bigger vision, and I guess at our roots, we're really fundamentally a wellness company.
Okay.
Nepra was born out of observations of the industry and recognizing that there's a need for change within our food systems.
Okay.
Originally, I'm a certified master baker. I've been in the industry for about 38 years.
Okay.
And I started a bakery back in 2008 called Udi's Gluten-Free Foods.
Okay.
And it was really centered around gluten-free and better for you eating. And that brand is owned by ConAgra today. But what I learned during that experience was really that we needed to work on the nutrition of gluten-free foods. By extension, we also needed to work on the ingredients themselves and get them to where they perform excellently for gluten-free manufacturing. There are some differences. There's some things that need to happen to the ingredients that allow them to perform better within those systems. So after Udi's, I started a company called Gluten-Free Baking Solutions. That company is really what has evolved into Nepra today. What we do is we create and standardize gluten-free ingredients, and we move those out to manufacturers that are looking for next level formulations. So we do formula work, we do ingredient creation, ingredient sales, but then we really work on the nutrient density of the products. Really trying to bring about better for you eating. And it's kind of a catch-all, but there's a lot of aspects to that. And so, Nepra has kind of streamlined and evolved to kind of meet market demands. We are today, primarily an ingredient company. Long term, we will be I guess if I could draw an analogy, we will be somewhat like a natural food products ConAgra. Where we have a true vertical, where we own the ingredient streams, we own the manufacturing, and then Nepra was also created with the ability to launch brands. And so occasionally we will come up with formulations that we don't want to sell to other companies. We recognize that there is an inherent value in those, and we want to be able to monetize them ourselves. And so Nepra collectively is all of these things.
Okay, so you came from this industry, you were a baker yourself, and did you sort of see a niche there with people like yourself struggling to get quality ingredients from a supplier?
Absolutely.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And within the gluten-free space is a lot of inconsistency. For instance, there are no two rice flours that are the same. And while I can't necessarily fix that for the industry, I can let producers understand the differences and what to look for. And so this is really how we kind of provide standardization.
Okay. Now, your role then as Chief Visionary Officer, that's not really a role or a name that we've come across before. I mean, what is your remit for the company and what objectives do you have?
So, first of all, I used to be the CEO. And I was in a capital raise and met an investor. Then this is a few years ago now. His name was Billy Hogan. So Billy, being in the food industry himself, really saw the vision of what we were trying to put together. He understood it. And so we brought him in to replace me as the CEO.
Okay.
And that allowed me to move into the Chief Visionary Officer role. So as the CVO, I really I'm doing exactly that. I'm capturing the vision of where Nepra goes.
Okay.
It kind of allows me to step back from the day-to-day operations and kind of view the entire market and understand what is needed for the company and where we go. My job literally is to capture new opportunities, bring them into Nepra, whether that be just formulation for a new company, or attracting new novel technologies. We are associated with some groups that have amazing next generation technologies. And as we negotiate with these companies, we're looking to bring these technologies into Nepra. And so that's really my role here. Billy, again, runs the company, and he kind of exercises his full measure of experience within that.
Okay. That's really interesting. So you've got sort of the CEO who can look after really the real top end, the ultimate man who's responsible for corporate governance, money, and all those things. But you're the real visionary here, bringing in the building the company, I guess.
Exactly.
Is fair to say. So recently you announced, or the company announced, an exclusive North American distribution agreement for, I think it was an award-winning honey, the Naki Manuka Honey. So I mean, what does that agreement mean financially and strategically for the company?
So first of all, I mean, this is something where Billy is really bringing some of his skill sets to the table. And he's had a hand in the Manuka honey industry here in the United States. He's helped to build that. Yeah. This opportunity landed on us through an investor and a good friend of mine.
Okay.
He had some involvement with Naki, and they were looking for North American distribution. From my standpoint as the visionary, it fits in perfectly with what we're doing long term. We're a wellness brand. We're trying to implement and bring better for you products to the table. It just so happened that this opportunity landed quickly. It's going to generate a tremendous amount of cash for us in the short term. I'll say this: Nepra's on the cusp of profitability. We're right there, and this will push us over that edge. And it's a high quality product. Naki is they're obviously UMF certified. They have very good quality honey, and they're one of the best producers. And this is the type of organization that we want to be associated with.
Okay, excellent. So I mean, and when it comes to picking suppliers, food suppliers, you said this one actually came from an investor, so that's great. The network effect is obviously really good. How are you attacking deals? How are you looking to find them?
Honestly, it is Nepra is a community.
Right. Okay.
I have been in the industry a very long time, and I have amassed a great number of friends. Okay. And my professional contacts are really those channels through which Nepra grows. Okay. We demonstrate day in and day out that we provide quality formulations and quality ingredients. And so it's very easy for us to penetrate within the food industry itself because we're employing people who are essentially friends.
Right. Excellent. Even better.
And so the community of investors within Nepra is really interesting as well. We're talking about people who are loyal to the mission. Okay. And so when I mentioned my friend that brought, Naki to the table, there are many opportunities like that happening right now. So
excellent. So I mean, this deal with the Manuka honey then, is that the sort of deal that you want to replicate? Do you have any others in the pipeline that you can disclose or not?
Yeah, absolutely. These types of deals are great for us. And so, yes, we have some of these other projects in the works, and we're networking quite a bit. And so we have an opportunity to. I guess one of these opportunities really is a water company. We have access to an artesian well. And the water space is incredible. It does very, very well. Again, this is on brand for us. And so, we're providing better for you foods and ingredients. And this water opportunity for us is really quite remarkable. So we actually have the ability or the opportunity, if you will, to gain access or full control of this well. So, we're seemingly diversified, but if you look at the much bigger picture, it fits very much in line with where we're going and what we intend to do. Okay.
Well, I'm getting the sense that your business model is fairly straightforward. You look to get good partnerships with good quality food providers or indeed water providers, you just mentioned, and basically sell them to the end user, which is probably businesses, bakeries, people in the food industry. So it's a pretty straightforward business model, yeah?
In the case of the honey and in case of the water, it's a retail play.
Right, okay.
So, being able to provide this water is a very clean source. No chloramines are needed. It is high in electrolytes. It's got actually a perfect electrolyte balance.
Okay.
It's a very, very good sourced water. And these things are, imperative. I mean, water's at the base of our needs, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if it's retail, then you're looking to get into the we'd call them supermarkets. I don't know if you.
That's exactly right. Yeah, that's exactly right. And we have many other products that are going to be following these as well.
Interesting. Okay. Well, just finally, Chadwick, just to perhaps help investors, both current investors, but also perhaps potential prospective investors, I'd like to just get a bit of a understanding of where the company sits right now in the industry at the moment, sort of where we are today, and where it's heading. And you did mention that you're on the cusp of profitability, and the Manuka Honey will actually push you over the edge. So that's obviously great, moving into profitability with other deals in the pipeline. But perhaps if you can say, if we're at point A now, and let's say point B is, let's say, 6 months' time, what do you want point B to look like, and what would it take to get there?
Yeah, so point B obviously is profitable. So we're moving into 2026. We've got dozens of accounts in the works today. So our sales have dramatically increased at that point. As a matter of fact, I mean, 2026 is going to be a race for us. There's going to be a lot of movement and a lot of things going on. We're moving more into hemp production. I don't know if, this is kind of brief, so we don't have a lot of opportunity to go into many of the details, but we are really pioneering the hemp industry. Hemp for food, no cannabinoids, none of the things that hemp is typically looked at for providing. We're really going after the hemp grain and developing hemp protein. And hemp protein, I could talk about hemp protein and the nutritional benefits of hemp for a full day. And it's just remarkable how absolutely nutritious this product is. And so in addition to its nutrition, it's very highly functional. So it functions like eggs, truly. And so we can replace eggs in any formulation. And there are the appropriate forms of hemp don't really exist in the marketplace, or they do, but at a very, very limited capacity. And so we're really developing this space and moving it forward. We have some things in the pipeline right now that in the next 6 months will start to bear themselves out. Mm-hmm. And we're partnering with CSU here in the state of Colorado. We have our eyes on a production facility where we will be actually be manufacturing our hemp protein 80%, so 80% protein. And that product will really be a flagship for the industry. We will set the standard in how this product should look at marketplace, and then we'll engage in a really detailed sales endeavor.
Well, it certainly sounds like there's a lot going to be happening, Chadwick, over the next 6 months. So thank you very much for your time, and hopefully we can catch up and see how things are developing. But for now, Chadwick White, the Chief Visionary Officer for Nepra Foods, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.